Hey there, Tamir from FIBONACCI'S.com here with the weekly market review. I hope everybody's enjoying this weekend. Without any further ado, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and let's see the weekly charts. If we ignore the noise, we ignore the news, we can see that clearly we are in a bullish market. Since October of 2022, the SPY made higher lows, higher highs, 418, that was a very tough resistance since May of 2022. Last week broke to the upside, and this week we had a very nice continuation up. 430 will be the next resistance, above it 446. All we have to do is follow price and ignore all the rest, because all the rest is pure noise. QQQ, continuation to the upside thanks to Nvidia, AMD and all the semis. 340 was resistance, now it will become support. Let's see continuation towards 370. Dow Jones, trend lines are the true support resistance for price action, and they are also our guide for future price action. You know this white trend line because you saw previous videos in the past few weeks or even few months already. This white trend line since January of 2022, holding as a very tough resistance for the lower highs of the Dow. And this week, not surprising, went all the way up and closed just below this white trend line. Next week, let's see if bulls of the Dow can finally break above, going towards 343. Above it, we have 350 and 360. Overall, this red trend line helps us to identify that the Dow, after all, very nice bull trend since October of 2022, since the 287, now 340. IWM finally breaking up above and closing above the 180. You know this 180 because you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos in the past few weeks. Since March, we said that once the IWM will break up above a weekly close above the 180, we will get a bull run in the rest of the market. And now we finally got it. 184 to the upside is the next resistance. Now 180 needs to hold the support, otherwise we're going back to the 175. Bitcoin holding 26,400 to the downside since March, and all this area from the 28,200 towards the 31 is a very tough resistance. Short below, long continuation above this area towards 36,800. Ethereum trend lines, uptrend channel, 19 to the upside, very tough resistance since April, breaking up and above. We are going towards 2014, 2130 and 2290. This white trend line is holding higher lows, higher highs. We are in short term, mid term, since November, bull trend. Apple, you remember this red trend line? On the 5th attempt, end of April, we got the break up above, and since then, Apple ran to the upside, and Apple is now just 1.2 points from all-time highs. Apple gave us, since October lows, since January lows, sorry, year to date, 45% to the upside, and for now, until proven otherwise, all the bears are hiding. Stop following others. Never follow blindly anyone on social media, anyone on news. And it doesn't matter if they are paid services or free services. And it doesn't matter how big is their YouTube channel or how many followers they have on Twitter. Follow price. Price is everything. Everything follows price. Everybody's following price. So teach yourself to follow price. And for now, Apple above 183, we are going 190, and the 200, 177 to the downside needs to hold. Otherwise, we have this slight gap at the 176 that needs to get filled, because we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. And in my opinion, this gap needs to get filled as soon as possible. Retesting the 172, 173 to the downside as support before the next run towards 200s. Amazon trend lines. You know this trend line. I changed the color from purple to white just for my eyes. I see white better than purple. And this trend line goes all the way back to November of 2021. And here we are. The 50% retracement together with this white trend line and a doji. Let's see where Amazon will take us throughout next week and throughout June. Breaking up above this one, another 2-3 days above the 124, we are going straight to 137, 147, and 157 to the upside. 111 needs to hold a support. Arc K breaking above this white trend line towards the 41 area, and now continuation up and above, we are looking towards 46 and 51. Overall, RK starting to look good for the long position. And of course, it's only my opinion. Always do your own due diligence. 37, 36 to the downside is the risk. Nvidia, some kind of a halt after this crazy bull run. No other words to describe it other than a crazy bull run. 420 to the upside together with this blue trend line. You know this blue trend line. We have drawn this blue trend line few weeks back, and here we are. Blue trend line together with the 420 breaking up and above. Long continuation towards 560 by the end of 2023. Again, only my opinion. Now 380 to the downside needs to hold, otherwise we are going 350 together with this yellow trend line. Follow price, use trend lines and Fibonacci levels to manage your risk and your guide for future price action. We don't need anything else. Meta, we had this yellow trend line, broke to the upside 2 weeks ago. Now looks like continuation towards 290. Look left. This 290, 291 area was a very tough resistance during 2020 all the way to March of 2021. So in my opinion, high probability 290 will be a very tough resistance for Meta, which is perfectly fine after this, same as Nvidia, crazy bull run since October until yesterday, 210% on Meta. Pullback towards 235 together with this yellow trend line will be very healthy and acceptable. Google, 122 from resistance to support. 2 weeks in a row. 122, 123 to the downside, holding a support. Breaking above the 127. We are going towards this gap over here at the 132, 133 area. Netflix, 400 as expected. Tough resistance, not only because it's a 400, it's also the 618 Fibonacci retracement. We had a downtrend bounce. 400, 618 retracement area with a doji, some kind of a pullback will be very healthy on Netflix. Retesting this yellow trend line to the downside before next leg up towards the upper yellow trend line together with this 512. Overall, we are in a bull market. Tesla, You know all these lines, you know all these levels, and here we are. Once again, white trend line acting as a very tough resistance. Not tough, but resistance. Since April of 2022, over here September 22, and once again over here. Now let's see if bulls of Tesla have enough power in their hands to break up above and push price towards 246. Above 246 we have this gap over here at the 262. Above it we are going 313, but one day, 1 week, 1 month at a time, following price. All this area of the 210, very tough resistance. It was support during 2022, from support to resistance over here during 2023. So let's see where bulls of Tesla or bears of Tesla will take us. Now 180 to the downside is the first resistance that needs to hold. At this point, I would like to ask you to take just 1 second to hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and let me know any feedback in the comments below. What do you think on this video and on my channel in general? Any feedback will be much appreciated. Don't forget, we have the Fibonacci-Traders Academy playlist. Already 23 videos, each video 20 minutes or less, on everything we need to know about technical analysis and the psychology behind trading to get better on our journey each and every day. We have also the Fibonacci-Traders Discord. We have the premium room, which is very active during hours because it's basically mainly for day trading. We have exclusive requests from premium members and more. We have the swing ideas. We have market discussion. We have chart requests. We have, of course, all the news channels that we need to keep ourselves updated. So check the links in the description below. We would very much like you to join us. If you want to take your trading journey to the next level, to the highest level that can be, check the links in the description below for more educational resources. We have the 60 minutes crash course. We have the Fibonacci online program, 6 hours, 49 lessons. And of course, the crown jewel, one-on-one mentorship, live. Both programs, the online and the live mentorship, will gain you access for lifetime, for all the Discord channels that you just saw, support, guidance, until you will become your own indicators and you will be able to do everything by yourself. So check the links in the description below. AMD 130 now as resistance, 110 needs to hold. Above 130 we are going all-time highs towards the 160. Let's see where AMD will take us. For now, some kind of a pullback, very healthy after this major bull run. Since October, AMD gained until Friday 116%. 110 needs to hold, otherwise we are going 102 and 97. Microsoft, another beast. Microsoft 335, all-time highs at the 350, 15 points from all-time highs. 314 to the downside is our risk, but for now looks like Microsoft is going all-time highs. Shopify, 4 weeks holding the 55, 64 to the upside. Below 55 we are going to this blue trend line. This blue trend line helps us to identify the higher lows since October. Above 64 we are going 77 and maybe all the way towards the 100, but above 64, 77 with this blue trend line to the upside will be a very tough resistance, because this blue trend line, look down and left, this blue trend line from support over here during June and July of 2022 became resistance for the higher highs. So if Shopify will break up above the 64, we are going with high probability towards the 78 and the blue trend line. And as we can see, Fibonacci traders, we don't use volume, we don't use any other indicators, because all indicators, without any exceptions, they all lagging. They're all following price, including volume. We only follow candlesticks, aka price action, and we understand the in-depth relationship between candlestick analysis, trend lines, and the Fibonacci levels. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for more educational resources. Until the next video, do good things.